Hey guys, I guess this is good morning because I'm recording this a bit earlier than usual, but I'm just really feeling it today. I don't know what happened today really, but I got up, I just worked out, I went to bed at a good time, went to bed at 7, I worked out, I put the clothes on the washing machine like an adult, I took care of business, I did yoga, took my cold shower, and I laughed in my cold shower. This is who I'm actually meant to be. This is like I don't know how to better put it in I never felt as good. This is the best way I've ever felt. Like no amount of playing video games or staying up late or actually being browsing my phone or being miserable, do whatever kind of bullshit I used to do before as sorts of like instant gratification. My hair is fucking shit, I need to cut it. Whatever kinds of form of instant gratification I did before. Like being on my purpose and being like this is so natural. It's so kind of masculine and fulfilling. And I've been like 4 days as well since like joked off and looked at porn as well. So that's obviously another good thing that's come into my life as well through doing all this shit. But this YouTube channel and everything here, this is holding me to account. But the real crux of this video is a realization I journaled about the other day actually. Today actually, I journaled about it. What was it today? I don't want to finish Elden Ring. Like, if you know, I've talked about this in the past as well, but like the main video game series I always loved was Dark Souls, and that whole series of games, and that it doesn't. They're good games for a reason because they give you the kind of addictive feedback loop of learning to do better and do better. Yeah, I might do another deep dive, but I've sort of spoken at length about how addicted I was to these video games because of the false sense of achievement. Oh, you beat the hard boss. Oh, you beat Gwyn, fist only, whatever bullshit. I don't know. Or you beat all the broken sword or some shit. There's all this kind of like other insane things. And don't get me wrong, like there's people out there who make content for that stuff and make an income using that kind of video games, and that's fair. But that's not me. I was never making content. If I was making content, it was making good content, and I didn't enjoy making content anyway for those games. I thought I would, but it's really not that fun and it's not for me. I enjoy being on self improvement more, but I'm putting off finishing Elden Ring. Like I'm at the last boss. When did I last play it? Must be the weekend. Isn't that great? Isn't that fucking great? I can't remember when I played like Elden Ring, and I was so fucking hyped for this game, and it got announced, and I was like, oh, I was so excited, but I don't give a shit about it now, really, in a sense. I don't want to finish it. Here's the thing: I don't want to do last boss or whatever, or I don't know. I don't want to finish it because one thing, I kind of got really burnt out on it as well, and that's a good thing in a way. I'm glad I got burnt out and stopped caring about it, because I just went full Jeffrey and fucking just no life it playing for 6 hours a day on the weekends, which is just shitty, man. This is a bad way to be. I just don't feel good about that. I was doing it on weekdays as well. It's just bad, but coming back to the main point here, like if I don't want to finish it. I don't want to pick up the controller and finish the game because I know it's probably the last game I'm ever gonna play. Like maybe not forever, maybe not completely, but like it's the last game I'm really gonna get excited or care about, or I don't even know if I still care about it to this day. It's not that important. Real life is more important. My career is more important. My relationship with my family is more important. Being your self improvement is more important. Making YouTube videos is more important. I find that I do well in the weeks, and then the weekends I go back into degenerate behaviors. I play video games, I watch porn, I jerk off. I do all that shit on the weekends, and then I'm always like crawling back on Monday, trying to get back to self improvement, and always getting really hard on myself. And why just not give myself that excuse? But yeah, I don't want to beat the what boss did I even kill? I beat Malekith, I guess, or whatever the fuck, the black wolf thing, which is another Guts ripoff, but that's another thing entirely. But yeah, I don't want to finish the game because I know when I finish that, I'm not going to do what I did with my other times I played like Dark Souls, or whatever, and replay it through differently in a different build or wait for mods to come out. I mean, I said with some preface, maybe I might go back and play it, but like not in the same way I played Dark Souls 3, like every day and just playing the same shit over and over again. Like I might just go back and just play it once or twice here and there. Maybe give myself a little bit of Jeffrey indulgence and play it on the off time. But I'm not gonna go back and play through it again on New Game Plus. Like I don't even see the point of that now. And I've come a long way to be able to say that because before I'd just be, I don't know. Am I still gonna be a bit of Jeffrey and maybe watch the lore videos? Maybe, sure. Okay, I think the lore's pretty cool and I like that stuff. But even then, I'm not as invested in it as I was before. With all the fantasy, because that's all it is, man. It's fantasy. And don't get me wrong, stories and myths and legends are great when they inspire men to go out and do great things, but it's just a cool story. It's a dope story, but it's just a story. I'd rather achieve my own real story, my own real legends, and my own real achievements in this world, here and now. And that's only something that, through doing meditation, through doing journaling, through being grateful, for being present, being actually present, and not fucking thinking in my head, oh shit, what do I have to do do that NPC's quest line? And all those games have really like convoluted sidetrack, but those games have like really fucking convoluted NPC's quest lines. You have to like do this for this NPC or whatever. And yeah, side note, anyways. But I'm not thinking, I'm obsessing, oh wait, should I grade this weapon? Or, oh, where should I get that ring? Or looking at where do I get the ring? Or looking at YouTube videos, what's the meta PvP build? I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit. I want to be the meta PvP build in this real life, you know? And like, because when you're in that game, you think you're some sort of badass, you know, dual wielding curved greatswords or some shit, you know, throwing pyromancies and all that kind of shit. But you're not. You're just sitting here being a mouth breathing, sweaty nerd, and just wasting time, you know. Am I saying I'm never going to beat Elden Ring? Probably not, but I'm saying that I don't want to beat it because I know when I've done that, I'm kind of going to be done with video games. In the way that, you know, I played video games for pretty much since I was 10, so like, yeah, it's like 16 years. So it's going to take me a while to kind of fucking pull my head out of that fucking matrix. And maybe like a big game, like God of War or some shit like that, you know. Because maybe when that comes out, maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't though. I'm not exactly determined. I'm not pre-ordered it. I'm not sitting here, you know, thinking, oh, I need to have it, because there's so much to do in this real world, so much to learn, and so much to actually achieve, that the stuff of the virtual world nowadays is just kind of pale in comparison. It's taken me a while to get to this point though. So if you're still on video games, man, you know, try and keep it to like once a week. Try and de-load, try and de-stress, try and make sure you're watching things that aren't related to the video game as well. So, like, I've stopped watching like YouTube channels related to Dark Souls and stuff like that. Like, if I watch YouTube, it's mainly for like Hamza, First Man, self-improvement, or other spiritual things. I watch like Dharma talks and things like that as well. Try and make less of the things in your life about video games, because when I was on video games, like on fucking mainline that shit into my veins, I was on that shit, and it was just, yeah, everything was video games. I played the game, then I read the wiki, then I watched it streamed on Twitch, then I watched the lore on YouTube, and then I probably went and fapped to porn about the fucking game. That's how bad it was. Fucking Rule 34. That's how fucking down bad it was. I looked up Dark Souls Rule 34. Don't you fucking do that. Don't you fucking look up that Rule 34 shit. That shit will corrupt you. Don't do that, man. Don't fuck with me here. But yeah, that's how bad everything just became about it, man. How fucking down bad do you have to be? You gotta look up Dark Souls like porn. How down bad? Like, come on, think of me here. How crazy is that shit? Like, you make everything about it, and it's just like. And now I want to make everything about self-improvement. I want to make everything about me and what I can do in my life, you know? Those games are great, and they formed a great part of, I guess. I had to go through that shit. I had to go through that shit of playing and being addicted to video games to actually be able to get out of it and say, wow, there's a world outside this shit, guys, you know? Because I can relate to you guys, because I know how bad it is, that addiction to video games. I know how bad it is, because I've been that way for like 10 years, 16 years. And I still am, you know. I'm not perfect, but I'm able to admit that, yeah, I don't want to finish Elden Ring, because when I'm done with that, it's probably going to be. It's kind of painful as well, removing yourself from that, you know. And I've got to find new things to fulfill that kind of gap, and I will. I've got to find new friends as well, because I've made a lot of friends who are just gaming and shit, and it's not. These aren't people on self-improvement. These aren't people on the same goal set or mindset as me, you know. These are just people who just come together, play games, and do them kind of general activity. Like Hamza says, you know, it's like you come together and do a drug together. Whether that's drinking, whether that's fucking video games, anything, any kind of Instagram application activity you come do together, you know. And it's so... I can't describe it. It pales in comparison to what this feels like right now. Being on my purpose. I've just finished doing my Duolingo, you know. About to start doing my micro expressions training. It's a flow state. It's a constant flow state. Like, I got out of my cold shower this morning and I laughed. I fucking laughed because I just felt amazing. I want every single one of you to feel the same way I feel. You know, like, this isn't hard. It is hard, but it's so worthwhile if you get this shit down. You get a routine down. You get a habit tracker down. You get on your purpose. You don't let yourself down. Because I know how shit it feels to not actually do the things you want to do in a day. But when you hit those highlights in a day, when you do those good things for yourself, you're going to be flying, you know. You're going to be amazing. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Remember, choose purpose over pleasure.